the Android version of these games are, by comparison to the 3DS versions. I do think, honestly, as weird as it might sound, the mobile versions of these games is the best way to play them. Because they look better than they do on the 3DS, which is surprising. Don't make me laugh. You don't know a dang thing about me. You want to see who I really am? Fine, take a good look. Ooh, the mask has come off. What the fuck? Oh dear. Ooh, her hair became wings. That looks really weird. Huh? How? I've just realised her hair's meant to resemble bat wings, I think. That looks so strange. Bonnie the Bat. What in the world? Sheep's clothing? You've got it all wrong. It's a rabbit suit I've got on. And I'm not a wolf, I'm a blood-sucking vampire. A bat with fangs and wings. God, everybody in the Phoenix Wright universe is just an absolute lunatic. And the candy cane was an umbrella. I think we just opened Pandora's box. I'm finally done with that goody two-shoes cottontail act. I feel free as a bat. What the hell? I can definitely say I was not expecting this. I did say her mask would break, but yeah. Defense, your theory position is taking a turn for the worse, from the looks of it. There's a perfectly good explanation for this. Isn't there, Miss Cykes? Methinks I created a monster. We blew it. Oh god. It's either meant to resemble wings or like a cloak. Given the fact it doesn't look like wings now, I've just realised both of her ears are like fully up. Beforehand, one of them was like half up. Hey you, lobster boy. Who, me? You think I'm glad Trucy is in trouble? That I think she's getting her just desserts? Wait, that was just deserts. Yeah, desserts is 2 S's. Well, guess what? You're right! Oh, now it becomes bat wings. Okay, what a weird girl. Does this mean you admit to wishing the defendant harm? Well, the bat is out of the bag now. That mistake of mine was a work of art. It was on purpose. Thanks to my goof, poor little Trucy had to do all of that hard physical labour. When you say hard physical labour, what are you referring to? Moving the stage lifts. Because of Mr. Hat's new position, Trucy had to move both of those huge stage lifts. They must have been so heavy. What a riot. That's strange. Athena, could you please add that last statement to Bonnie's testimony? Alright, I'll update the mood matrix with new info. Hey Apollo, now there's a new inconsistency in the testimony. Yeah, she finally slipped up, so what do I need to do now? Well, from this point onward, you just do what you do best. Find the contradiction in the testimony and present evidence to refute it. Alright, I've got you now, Bonnie DeFemme. I guess Trucy is the one who killed Mr. Reese. Wait, shouldn't there be a new testimony? Yeah, after the 5th one. Oh, here we go. Oh dear. Wait, no inconsistency. Wait, so I should end up having to move the stage lifts. Just before, I just want to check. What do I have? Oh! I mean, I would say that. Yeah, she ended up having to move the stage lifts. And it says here, she didn't tell anybody about that. So how would she know? That's the only thing I could think.
Objection!
Yeah. That doesn't make sense. What? So you think I'm crazy now? I mean, pretty obvious. No, that's not the point I was trying to make. But I don't hear you denying it. Mr. Pham, allow me to repeat your statement. Thanks to that, she ended up having to move the stage lifts. That's right, and I still say that's just what she does it. But how did you know? How did you know Miss Wright moved the stage lifts? According to her own statement, she didn't tell anyone that she had done so. But what? So how could you possibly have known what she had done, unless you saw her? Wait a minute. No. You saw Miss Wright moving the lifts in the understage passage, didn't you? Wait. Yeah. just the way she looks in that. Well, there's all the noise. How? She was on stage. You did it, Apollo. Noise levels are at 0. But, Mr. Justice, wouldn't that mean... Yes, Your Honour. Mr. Pham herself was under the stage where the victim was killed. And I hardly need to tell the court what that means. There is. What? There's 2 of them? Oh! Is that who that unknown person was, then? Yeah, because in the fingerprint results it says... Prints from the victim and Bonnie, a set of unknown fingerprints were found on the top. So that would be... Bonnie number 2. Are they twins? Or, I'm just confused. How do I need to tell the court what that means? You are one artful liar, Mr. Pham, and one spectacular suspect. Why, you shiny red lobster boy? You're saying I killed Mr. Rios? I'm saying it's a possibility. What's more, I say you had a solid motive to frame my client for the murder as well. My apologies for running on the defence's merry revelry. But you seem to have forgotten one very important point. Oh really? The TV footage. As you can clearly see, she's on stage. What if there's 2 of them though? Mr. Pham was on the stage the whole time. The entire audience can bear witness to that fact, including you. Oh yeah. God, he really hits his hands together with some force. You have just taken a long and senseless journey and you only return to the starting line. The witness could not have been in the understage passage, which means the only one left who could have killed the victim is the accused. Guess the party's over. But Mr. Pham knew something she couldn't have known unless she was under the stage. How do you explain that, Prosecutor Sadmardi? Guesswork. It's quite simple. Oh. The accused must have told Mr. Pham about it, but then forgot. Open those useless eyes of yours and take a good look at that footage. If Mr. Pham really was in the understage passage, it would mean that she was on stage and understage at the same time. You mean she was in 2 places at once? That does seem to be the only explanation that makes any sense. It may be an explanation, but I'm not so sure about the makes sense part. Then we'll just have to make it make sense. Your Honour, the witness was both on stage and understage at the same time. This is the defence's assertion. I've heard some illogical things come out of you before, but this is absurd. I'm sure you'll change your tune once you hear my reasoning, Your Honour. My gut tells me you're bluffing, but I'll wait. Very well, Mr. Justice. How do you explain how the witness was in 2 places at once? There were 2 Bonnies, the Bonnie's on... she teleported. Yep. Now there were two. Two of them. I don't know how. But there were two Bonnies, Your Honour. If that were the case, it would all make sense, wouldn't it? There were... two of them? I suspected you had a few screws loose, but now I see some are missing altogether. Is there a toolkit in this courtroom, Your Honour? I suppose 2, no, 3 screws to the head should righten his putrid brain. You really do like the word putrid. Very well, bailiff, could you... No, wait. Please, listen to my argument. Very well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to at least give it a listen. As was argued earlier, Mr. Pham is shown in the footage the whole time. But at the same time, she was also watching Miss Wright in the understage passage. The only possible explanation is that there are 2 Bonnies. That almost sounds like it makes sense. What do you think, Prosecutor said Marty? This humble servant of the Holy Mother is of the opinion that you are crazy. That we should lose no time in replacing the defense's many lost screws. But Apollo, it goes against reality itself to say that one person is actually 2. Unless they're twins. But we don't have to be bound by reality. After all, we're talking about magic here. Oh. So if the Bonnie de Pham in the footage is the real Bonnie, then the Bonnie here on the witness stand is the one who must have been understage. This Bonnie de Pham is our second Bonnie. She is? What if there's one Bonnie that's actually a fan of Trucy's and one that absolutely detests her? Say we call the one in front of us Bonnie number 2. I believe I have just a piece of evidence to prove that a Miss Bonnie number 2 exists. Oh, then please submit your evidence, Mr. Justice. Fingerprint results. What proves the existence of Bonnie number 2? The fingerprints... Doink. What's this? During our investigation, we found a set of unknown prints on the coffin on the stage. These prints were most likely left during the course of the show. But they didn't match the prints of any of the people involved in the case. An unknown third party's fingerprints. I was not told of this. Emmett must have kept it from him. Haha! So the question is, who could these prints possibly belong to? Well, let's test hers and find out. It's clearly hers. Oh, I'm surprised it didn't hurt her. Mr. Pham, or should I say Bonnie number 2? These are your fingerprints, aren't they? Oh damn, the music. Ooh! Wow! That's an aggressive reaction, holy shit. Enough of this foolishness, one person could not possibly be 2. Unless they're twins. Those fingerprints could have been left, but not only during the show, but at any time. Yeah, but they wouldn't be unknown if they were Bonnies. It's not like you to lose your cool like that, Prosecutor said Marty. Now we'll go back to his calm and collected self. And I'm sure you know that exactly when the fingerprints were made is not the main issue. What do you mean by that, Mr. Justice? It's the issue with... the issue is, who do these unknown prints belong to? If there weren't 2 Bonnies, then surely the second prints on the coffin would not be unknown. They would be Bonnie's prints. Fairly obvious. They're certainly not Bonnie de Pham's. But what if they belong to the person standing right in front of us? Oh, you mean Bonnie number 2 is the second Bonnie? Well, hence the name, genius. Is that what you're implying? It's preposterous to suggest that those prints belong to the witness. I say they must belong to some other unknown individual. Well, we can test her prints and find out. Prosecutor said, Marty, can you really look at her and still say that? What are you looking at? Take a picture, it'll last longer. How could this be? If we check her prints, I'm sure they'll match the unknown set. Well, Bonnie, the prints that don't belong to the real you belong to you, don't they? Bonnie number 2. No response. Witness, is what the defense has said true? Fine, I admit it. The fingerprints are mine. Then, does that mean you aren't Bonnie DeFemme? I'm her twin sister. What? Ridiculous. I mean, twins are the only way that it makes sense. No way to tell them apart though, which is the weirdest thing. Are there really 2 Bonnies? Nope, there's only 1 Bonnie. That's because... Huh? I'm God, the worst part is I was actually going to use that name. I was like, it's my twin sister, Betty! Oh my god. Nope, there's only 1 Bonnie. That's because I'm Betty. Betty DeFemme. Twin sisters. What? Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it's time for a wondrous magic show. Hey, Weebwaker. How's it going? Gasp in amazement at this Lagomorphing illusionist performs as this. Lagomorphing illusionist performs her teleportation magic. Watch closely, it's showtime. And Bonnie? Bonnie? Okay. Now it's Bonnie. What the fuck? Oh, that's Bonnie, I guess. And that's Betty. Well, this is interesting. Oh, there we go. So was I right? Oh, damn. She multiplied. What an amazing trick. The witness has suddenly split into 2 people. Yeah, also known as twins. It's not a trick, no gimmick to it either. We're simply... Wow, never would have guessed. Twins. What? Twins? So that's how the teleportation trick works. Ever since our debut I've had to hide... or pretend I'm Bonnie. All cute and sweet and goody-goody. I can't tell you how stressful it's been. Wait, so was I right? I wonder. That Betty hates Trucy, but Bonnie likes Trucy? God, that would be weird. Wait, has it... Even when she was being like, oh, goody-goody, I wonder if her ears did the thing that Bonnies do. Because I can't remember. But I don't have to hide anymore. That's right. Our days of sneaking around are finally over. Their cover is blown, but they actually seem pretty happy about it. So which one of you is the nice Bonnie DeFemme we met in the dressing room? That would be me. And the one under stage, the sharp-tongued Bonnie we saw with the ratings Raja under stage was... Betty. Wait, it was Betty. Hey, who are you calling sharp-tongued? It's all starting to make sense now. So yeah, they're like... It's like a split personality, but in 2 separate people. There we go. From the victim and Bonnie, Betty DeFemme's fingerprints were found on the top. Woohoo! Oh my. So, Mr. Justice, this changes the facts of the case rather dramatically, doesn't it? It does indeed. It certainly does. During the show, it was Bonnie who was on stage the whole time. So Bonnie couldn't have committed the crime. Betty, however... But Betty, on the other hand, who was understage, did have the opportunity. Ah. Oh no, he's gonna rip off the rosary beads. Don't do it! Can't believe it, someone so calm and collected. looks so pissed. Well, so now we have 2 suspects. Well, no, we still only have 1. Unless they're meaning Trucy, in which case I guess. Wait just a minute there, Lobster Boy. I didn't do it. That's right. Betty might have a foul mouth, but she'd never kill anybody. Hey, who's got a foul mouth here? Jesus. Oh, well, speak up. Huh? Jesus Christ. Please save your sibling squabbling for later. Betty, you must have been in the understage passage during the show. Otherwise, you wouldn't have known about the stage lifts being moved. So what exactly were you doing down there? Fine, I'll testify. Anything to get you off my back. Prosecutor said, Marty, Betty DeFam is ready to testify. What do you say? Betty, you lied to this humble servant of the Holy Mother. Hey, what else could I do? I couldn't blow our cover and ruin our magic act. Besides, am I gonna go to your Twilight Hell or whatever for being a liar? You will indeed. However, it won't be after your death. Rather... Oh dear. I shall give you a taste of your punishment on this mortal coil. In interrogation hell. Jesus. They even look different when they when that scene occurs. Interesting. Now then, Betty DeFam, please explain to this court what exactly you were doing under the stage. What happened understage? It's true, I had business in the understage passage because of the upcoming trick. Oh, okay. It was the fire trick, right? The one Miss Arias was supposed to do. That's right, it's a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it. Well, if you're gonna say the fire bucket, then I know you're full of shit. It was in the script, and I really wanted to see it, but I couldn't because of the accident. Shut up, you're gonna give it away. Anyway, I was real busy. Yeah, way too busy to have the chance to kill Mr. Rios. If it's the fire trick, then they're on about the fire bucket, but that wasn't used. Well, that was certainly different. How's that for a flawless testimony and alibi? Oh my god. Whoa! Oh. A magic trick is real and it's not a trick or gimmick. Bonnie seems to be struggling. Oh my, she's floating! Your Honor? You can see she's being held up from below. You were supposed to pretend you didn't see that. It's a little something called etiquette. Or etiquette. But... I can't help it. Whenever I see a contradiction or inconsistency, I just have to point it out. Now then, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. Huh. So yeah, they must be on about the fire trick. I can't really think about what else it would be. What happened understage? Visiting the understage passage because of the upcoming trick. Doo-doo. If you were in the understage passage, which, need I remind you, was the crime scene, what were you doing? Then you most certainly should be counted as a potential suspect. But I don't have any motive to kill Mr. Rios. But you, by your own admission, hate Miss Wright. When she was arrested as a suspect, you said it was what she deserved. So you believe the witness killed a man simply due to her dislike of Tracy Wright? I say why not? As a motive, is that not improbable at best? But what if her hatred caused her to bear a strong sense of malice against my client? Look, Trucy just made me mad. That's all. I mean, even though she's younger than me, she's got so much skill and popularity. And she's cute besides. She makes me so mad, I wish she would drop... Wow, alright. I wish she would drop dead. But Betty, don't talk like that. Shut your yap. So, is it just simple jealousy? So Betty, that next trick you were getting ready for. Bam 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 boom. It was the fire trick, right? The one Miss Arias was supposed to do. Bonnie? We're trying to get Betty's testimony right now, so... Shut up. Oh, right. I'm sorry. You can step down if you'd like. I'm worried about Betty, though. She can lose her temper and say awful things sometimes. Hey, what are you, my mother? Don't forget, I'm the older sister. You got that? Yes, I got it. I guess I'd worry about Mitt. Oh, that's clearly a typo. Given the fact that T is right next to R. Oh wait, that would be Mr. Betty. That would not make sense. I would still say that that is a typo. I guess I'd worry about Miss Betty constantly blowing her top if I were Bonnie too. So Betty, you were down under stage getting ready for the fire trick, were you? No. That's right, it's a very dangerous trick, so I had to make sure we were prepared for it. In which case, that's a lie, because you weren't. The fire bucket wasn't even... yeah. Not only was it empty, but dust lines the inside of the pail. And it was also on stage, it wasn't under stage. Objection! You lied. Hate to break this to you, Betty, but there's a big flaw in your testimony. As big as the one in that floating trick you did earlier. Ooh, harsh words. Well, let me tell you something, forehead boy. No one has ever figured out how we do our teleportation trick. Well, now we know. No one except me, you mean? Well, we have even better tricks up our sleeves. Huh? We do? I told you to keep it zipped. Now, don't fight, you two. Mr. Justice, what's this all about a flaw in the testimony? The script has this to say about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. However, we found the fire bucket lying empty backstage except for a layer of dust. You didn't even attempt to get ready for the next trick, did you, Betty? You got me. Hot damn. Betty to fam, you will explain yourself. So is there actually anything different about them? Like just looking at them? I honestly don't think there is. The outfit's the exact same. There's nothing to explain. Come on, Betty, we can't hide it any longer. We might as well tell them. Shut up, you can barely take care of yourself. Don't try and tell me what to do. Well, if neither of you will explain, I guess I'll have to. The reason Betty didn't prepare for the fire trick is because she is afraid of fire, knew the show wouldn't go on, was slacking off. Ooh. Knew the show wouldn't go on. You didn't prepare the fire trick because you knew, didn't you? You knew that the body would be found, and that the show would then be cancelled. You got me. Don't be ridiculous, you insignificant speck of a man. I'm gonna yank those lame bangs of yours off. Is that what you want? Huh? Jesus, leave my hair alone. Whatever, they can grow back. Now stop stalling and just tell us the truth already. I can't reveal my secrets. I'm a magician. You have been chasing the shadow of an illusory culprit defense. And having chanced upon a convenient target, you have let yourself get carried away. Exactly, where's your proof, huh? And yeah, I can see that the witness's taste for false words has also been proven. I advise you to confine your deceitful trickery to your magic act witness. Deceitful trickery? God, we're just objecting all over the place. As your court-appointed therapist, I'd like to add something here, Betty. You finally let yourself be who you really are. But if you continue to hide behind lies, you'll just be imprisoning your heart all over again. But all these questions mean you're trying to put me in prison for real. So I'll be behind bars either way. Does that mean you're admitting your guilt? Of course not. I can't believe you people. Every one of you thinks I did something I didn't do. You... Lobster boy, cue ball geezer, headcase brat, Cerberus monk. Alright. Oh dear. That's the end of her cue ball geezer. Headcase brat? Really? Said Maddie probably liked his nickname. Betty, calm down. Come on now, deep breaths, deep breaths. Sad Maddie had nothing to say. Look, I'm not the murderer, I tell you. Then how did you know the show would be called off before the fire trick? I told you. We can't reveal our secrets. We're under contract. Contract? Who is she talking about? Be that as it may, you're obviously a suspect in this case.